Okay, now we're back on. But no, I just abandoned the last stream, so... This stream's public, right? Sorry, bumping the... Okay, we're live again. Let's share this through... Actually, let me do this again. Sorry, I tried doing this once and then the stream got interrupted, so... I'm trying to... fix this. I'm just starting over. Copy. Okay. Okay. Hello, everyone watching this stream later on, because nobody's watching it right now. This is Blue Smoke Productions, and welcome to another stream. I guess, yeah, this will be my third live stream. And as you notice, I'm not on Trains A New Era this time. This time, actually, we are going to do something a little different. We are actually going to... So let me close this box and put this up. There we go. We are going to do a model train running session, and we are going to use my HO scale models, which is very nice because I have not done very many videos with my HO scale models. I've mostly used my O scale, and have I done many videos with G scale? I've done hardly any videos with G scale. Well, that's hopefully going to change when Model Rail Fanning Season 2 comes around, and yes, I am planning a Season 2. No, I do not know when that will be. I've started filming the first episode of Season 2. It's not very good. It's actually going to be filmed, I want to give a little sneak peek about Season 2. It's going to be on... I got this camera for Christmas. It's called Trail Cam. And basically... it is a camera. I'm using it so that it can emulate a rail cam design. Or a rail cam, like, you know, rail cam, live stream, security camera stuff. And, yeah. So that's going to be on the first episode of Model Rail Fanning, Season 2. That's going to be with the O-scale trains. But yeah, I do have plans for Season 2 to use HO and G-scale. Some episodes. Like, if I do the O-scale trains for this one, it'll be like maybe 2 or 3 episodes will feature, like maybe one episode will be a regular O-scale running session video. And the other episode will be like, you know, a regular montage video that I've done. I've done a couple of those. I'm also planning an episode with this, my Texas Special Diesel. If you're wondering what this is doing up here and not down on my layout, which is all the way down at my grandparents' house, it's because this model is broken, it's having problems and it's not running properly. I've been having problems with this model for years, and I've been meaning to take it to someone at Hobbytown or one of the other local hobby shops to see if they can repair it. It does smell very oily though. It's not a bad smell though. It's kind of strong, but it's not bad. So, but for the time being, it just sits on display on the shelf along with a bunch of my other filming equipment. So, yeah. So I guess before we do the session, I guess I should go over my HO scale collection. I was planning on doing a video about this for a while now. I've been planning on doing a video for a while, but it's just I never got around to it. I've tried doing HO scale collection videos because, you know, I've done my O scale collection, my G scale collection, my picture collection, but I've never done HO scale. And I should probably share this with like an HO scale group or something, but why don't I do that? Actually, no, I'll do this on my computer. This will be easier to do. So I guess the first model we can go over on this collection, I don't know what this model was made by. Maine, USA. I guess it was made in Maine, USA. But I don't know what this model's brand is, and it's not going to be ran today because it doesn't work. But that's the unfortunate thing about most of my collection. Most of them do not run. With HO scale trains, most of them do not run. I only own like 2 or 3 that do run. So those will be the ones that are going to be used today. But this one is a little Union Pacific 040 switcher locomotive. It's made of all metal, and it's a really nice model. Like the tender is attached to the locomotive. I can't unhook it, but it's it's probably the nicest looking model in my collection. There's one I have a 460 that's down at my grandparents' house that's under repairs, but who knows if that's going to be ran again anytime soon. But yeah, I think the motor's in the tender. If at some point I might take this to a professional and have them look at it. So I forget the screen's reversed. Sorry, I'm just getting on. Sharing it with one of my Facebook groups. Next model in my collection that I'm going to show you is this Southern F unit. I forget what. It's the 6100 class, I believe. And this is one of my favorite models. I've ridden 2 of these in real life. Well, ridden behind 2 of these in real life. I've ridden behind a Southern 6133 in this exact livery. It's owned by the North Carolina Transportation Museum in Spencer, but I rode it at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum in Chattanooga back in 2014 when it visited for Railfest. The other one I rode was on the Stone Mountain Railroad in Stone Mountain, Georgia. And that was a pretty fun video too. You can watch both of those videos. Well, you can watch the Stone Mountain video. You can't watch the full. You can only watch the 6133 video on like the turntable. That's like the only footage I filmed of 6133. Or it's still not the only footage I filmed, but it's the only footage available to the public because most of that footage is not very good. Although today I'd consider going back and restoring it. Next model in my collection, I'm going to show. So I'm looking for my groups. For the groups I'm in, because I know I'm in a couple of HO scale running groups. Bachman, model trains. O scale. We've got some O scale groups. Huh, must not be part of any HO scale groups unless I got kicked out of them. I don't know, because I don't post enough. The Tennessee Valley. Bachman Collector. It's my G scale group. Okay, I guess I'm not part of any HO scale running groups. Oh well, no matter. So I got sidetracked there. The next model I'm going to show you. This is a Tyco diesel switcher. This one is one of my favorites. It only runs occasionally. Like, it runs when it feels like it. I think this one had like a Transformers sticker on it because there's one there. There's a satellite on top of it. And a little flap. And yeah, there's this little switcher. I was smelling to see if it had that oily scent on it. It has a little bit of it. A little musty, because most of the time these sit in a box all day. This here is a Santa Fe diesel, and this one actually has a sister. I'm going to show its sister too. This is one of the best runners in my collection. This one does not run, but this one runs very well. This is a, yeah, I guess these are Santa Fe Super Chiefs or something. This one, you can tell the differences between the two, but they were both made by Bachmann. And, you know, they both pretty much have the same chassis and everything. But this one does not run. The wiring is destroyed on this one. So I need to get, like, new wires and everything to get it to run again. But it also doesn't have its couplers anymore. So this one's still got its couplers. So I just don't really have a point in running this one at all. I don't plan on scrapping it or anything. I'm keeping it around for display purposes. But this one is very nice. And this one's going to be ran today in the session. This here used to run. It doesn't run anymore. This was given to my grandparents' old neighbor. Yeah, their old neighbor. He moved, unfortunately, but this is a lifelike Union Pacific high hood diesel, number 2007. And yeah, it used to run, it ran very well, and then all of a sudden it just quit running, and I took it apart and revealed that a wire had snapped on it. So that happened, and it's unfortunate, so I gotta get it fixed at some point. This here, okay, this one here, this one's not running anytime soon. This is a Burlington Northern diesel here. Looks like an SD40. It's probably not. People in the comments, you can roast me all you want about me getting diesel names wrong. I don't know very much about diesels. But this one looks really nice. The problem with it, though, is this chassis is actually broken, and it's basically came off. So I've got basically, I'm not going to take it off on camera, but basically, if it could come off, and then it's a pain to get back in. So also the details on the chassis broke off. So yeah, this one is not going to run ever again, and probably unless I get a professional to fix it. I doubt if this is going to get fixed anytime soon. Another one that's broken, another broken model, is this one. A Southern Pacific Daylight diesel. And this one is it's very nice, if you can tell. I probably need to spray it down with some WD-40 and clean it up. But the chassis at the back here is off. It kind of runs, but it's not, you need to like have a lot of power in it to get it to move. Because the wiring on it's still good and everything, but it's just the back here and all that, it won't power up very well. Yeah, I did get it to power up once though, so I guess that's something. So that's most of my HO scale models. One more. The last one, but certainly not the least. The Bachmann Union Pacific 060 switcher locomotive. As you know, I've already done a review on this locomotive, and it's very nice. It's not as nice as the other Union Pacific switcher I have, but it's gotten the job done, and I'm surprised none of the details have broken off or anything. The bell's a little bit bent, but yeah. So that is my HO scale collection. I guess we got to move on to the next phase of the stream, which is build the tracks. So, I'm not going to go over cars, because if I went over cars, we'd be here all day, actually, before we get into the tracks. But I'm not going to go over them, but I am actually going to go over one of my favorite cars that's in this box. It is a Nickel Plate Products box, and inside is this nickel plate road. It's made of tin caboose, and this is probably going to be ran today. It's been taken out of the box a couple times, but yeah, if anyone has any comments about this, anyone who watches this back, because nobody's watching this stream right now, could they please tell me a bit more about this and the Nickel Plate Products? It's probably a bad thing that I took it out of the box, but I'm pretty sure it was out of the box long before I even got it. So I wanted to go over that. Oh, I forgot about this one. I almost forgot about this one, and this is one of my few ones that runs. It doesn't run very well. It's one of the slowest engines in my fleet, but I forgot I had this one. The back of the chassis, well, the details on the chassis need to be glued back on. But this is the Siagamon Central diesel. Yeah, that side's, I'll run it on this side to hide the fact that the details are broken off it. But this one actually runs. This is the longest one in my fleet, so it doesn't get used very often, but it works. So we'll use that one today as well. Probably. We'll see. Let's put this one back in its box. Alright, so let me move some of these back into the box out of the way, into their boxes out of the way. The ones that don't run, I'm gonna put back in there. Some of them have boxes. A lot of them just have Audern boxes, which I really love. I love these boxes. I just love the artwork on the front. It's very nice. I get some real Lionel vibes with them, and I'm a huge Lionel person, so I'm just like. And yeah, I have plans to use some of these in the upcoming second season of Model Rail Fanning, but please don't ask me when that will be. Right now, I am focused on some other projects, and I just can't have I can't work on multiple projects at once. I think I can, but actually, I'm just kidding. Well, I can, but I can't. It's just gonna wear me out. And I get stressed, and then I start having back problems, and I'm currently in physical therapy, so it's not fun. So, let's begin setting up the tracks. So, we're going to move the camera down here, because this is where I'm going to set up the loop, my circle. Now, it's a little bit awkward. Here. I'm going to use the same tracks I used in the toy train. I'm not even wearing shoes. Pretty much. Sorry, just making up my bed a little bit. I'm going to start here. Actually, let's move the camera a little bit more. There we go. There's just a nice wide shot. Okay. So, let's begin. Well, we've already began. Technically, I've started putting down the tracks. Now, one thing that's kind of hard is finding, like, tracks, because some of these, here's one thing that's kind of awkward, is that, you know, some of the connectors on these tracks are, you know, some of them are on both ends, some of them are on one end, and then some tracks have no ends. Like this one doesn't have any sliding in. Oh, and I'm using a Bachmann Power track, but I'm using Atlas track. And the reason for that is because, well, a bunch of my Bachmann track just randomly stopped working, but the Power track is still working. Meanwhile, I don't have anything to power the Atlas track. Not anymore. I don't have a controller for that, but I still have the Bachmann controller from when I got that. So some people might criticize my my way of setting up tracks, but Alright. Ugh, bless me. So I don't have an actual HO scale layout. I have a couple of well, I don't have a full HO scale layout because of well, I don't have a place for one. Not here anyway. Maybe I could set one up at my grandparents', but I barely have any space there. Since the O scale collection has taken up most of my room. So yeah, I've been just trying to and I've been thinking about expanding my O scale layout. I've considered moving the O scale layout as well, relocating it, but I don't know where, and it's probably not going to happen. I don't really want to relocate it right now. In the event that my grandparents decide to move out, it will have to be relocated. Because I've heard rumors of them moving out and all that, but around the family. But I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. And I'm not gonna go into too many details about that because I'm pretty sure they're watching. No, they're not watching this stream. I'm probably not gonna share the stream afterwards. Actually, I might. But yeah, if I have to relocate the layout or something to here, it could happen. I'm actually going to go over a few of ideas I have, a few more ideas when I'm setting up this layout. I do have a few more ideas for Season 2 on model rail fanning, especially involving the HO scale trains. I'm thinking about filming those on my green screen and putting them in different locations. I don't know if you've watched TM's Roar of the Rails, because I didn't, but that's something that, that's made by the guy who does I Love Toy Trains, and he did a series called Roar of the Rails where he just put some trains on a green screen, and it actually looked pretty cool. But, I need to get the lighting right and all that, and get the effect looking right. I don't know if I'll use After Effects or Premiere to do that, because But yeah, I've also got a few other ideas for stuff I'm gonna do. I'm thinking about doing another Wooden Railway remake of well, I filmed one back in the summer and never edited it. Heck, I'm thinking about putting together Well, I don't know. I'll probably start working on season 2 of model rail fanning sometime in the spring, maybe. I don't know. It depends on when I next have time to go down to my grandparents and when I can next film an episode. So, where did I put that box? Looking for the box that contains the controller. Here's the box that contains the controller. Look at the size of that AC adapter. That thing's ridiculous. So I have it plugged into my desk. My desk plugs, because those are the closest. So, first train we're going to run today. Let's run this one first. Let's see if it will run. So let's carefully put it on the track. Nope. I don't think this thing's on the tracks. There it goes. Alright, I need to give it a bit of a push. That's the thing, this one really needs to be warmed up because it's very, very stiff. And of course, the track. Also, this loop's not very good, and I need to get it proper lifelike controller. I don't even know where my lifelike controller. Well, I have one down at my grandparents' house, but I also don't have proper wiring because it's like I prefer the Bachmann. Okay, that wasn't very well connected, was it? Oh, it just came off. So, actually, we're not going to run this one right now. We'll run it later. Nobody's even watching the stream. We're going to start with one that will definitely work. We're going to run this one first. And I'll put cars on it a little bit later. Let me turn the power off, because I know this one's going to run, and the second I put it on the tracks, it's going to want to bolt off. That spot likes to get pushed apart. There we go. So for some, yeah, it likes to push that side apart. Yeah, this is a 35-minute video, or it's been a 30-minute video of me screwing around with trains. I guess that makes me Disney, because that's what Disney used to do. That's how Disneyland got built. Speaking of which, check out Toyman Television for a more in-depth look at that. There it goes. Okay. Son of a gun. There we go. Yeah, this is going to be one of the things that makes this stream long. I'm going to be messing around with the models and making sure the tracks good, and then I'm eventually going to put cars on this line. Might do an in-depth HO scale collection video that goes over my cars and all the trains, but we'll see what happens. Alright, there we go. Now it's running very well. Right. Now, let's get the cars going. Ooh, that was a pretty hard hit. Oh well, that's alright. Oh, rotate device. This is going to be hard to do with one hand. I probably shouldn't have taken the camera off the stand. Let's use the Burlington route tender. This came with that. Let's use these cattle cars. Flat car, refrigerated box car, and let's use not that. Let's use this one. Let's just stick with that for now. That small consist. So I'm gonna get these on the tracks. We get a comment? Sorry, I need to check. Sorry, I can't see any comments. I thought I saw a comment, and I can't see any comments. Sorry. Oh, I can just realized I can change the filter. Now we're in a disco party, a train disco party. 8mm. We can make this look like an 8mm. This is an 8mm live stream. Yeah, this is the dance party. Noir. Okay. I'm getting... Let's use the pop filter. Okay then. That's... Wait a minute. Sorry, I'm looking at... Ah, Trainsmaster 745. What time? Okay. Hey, it's going good. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to read comments on here. Just doing an HO scale running session. Yeah, I'll use the Burlington route. Tender. Or caboose, sorry. I'm actually gonna just move that because I'm expecting carriages to decouple on this run because this is the type of coupler these are using is oh, here's the Santa Fe caboose. This brand, which isn't a very good brand. Well, it's not bad, but it's one that's not very good. And yeah, you see it just decoupled. And there goes live derailing. Oh, shoot. No, there was you a wreck. A live wreck. Well, I didn't want to keep this session very long, so I was expecting the train to derail. That's kind of a problem. Sorry, the stream timed out for a second. Alright, so that was just going to be a short running session. I never intended for this one to be super long, but we're going to get on to the main event, and we're going to use the model I use more frequently. We're going to use this one, the Union Pacific 060. Oh, that's cool. Master. Okay. Righty then. Well, now actually nobody's watching the stream anymore. But I guess they'll miss the main event. This is hard to do on hand. Oh, sorry. That's not how it's supposed to. I keep forgetting when I rotate the camera, it actually does this odd thing. I'm running the full set this time. I'll add a couple more cars later on, but we're just gonna run the set it comes with. The mountain. Oh, I just realized that the wheels popped out. Okay. Little lesson here about how to get wheels working on these. Oh, I need to make sure that doesn't get lost. It's just this little piece of track connector here for Atlas. Sorry. 745. Do I have any steam locomotives in my collection? What do you think? Yeah, I own 3 officially. Only one of them runs. 2 of them are down at my grandparents' house. Oh, no. Wait, one of them's up here. The other one's at my grandparents' house undergoing... It's been undergoing slow repairs. Because I don't go down there enough. I haven't had time to go down there enough lately because of my job and everything. School, my internship, and other stuff involving work. So yeah, we're using the Pacific Flyer set. Oh, did I get a comment? It does, but not very well. Atlas track does work with Bachmann track, but not very well. It's, as a matter of fact, this is a Bachmann connector, this is Atlas track, and the reason why it doesn't work so well together, or it doesn't work the best together, is just look at that gap between. So, I don't recommend it, but this is what I've got. So, yeah. That's pretty cool. It wasn't my first HO scale train. I already showed them earlier in the stream, but the first HO scale trains. Well, I got this Atlas track. I don't know. My dad got it from a friend or whatever. He'd already sold off all his trains and was just trying to get rid of the track, so he gave it to me. So I got the HO scale track, and I've been using it ever since. I think I own something of every scale. I do own something in my collection of every scale, mostly down at my grandparents' house. At my grandparents' house, I do have one in-scale item, like an in-scale caboose. No, I do have one in-scale train set that doesn't run. I have a HO scale. I got plenty of HO scale stuff here. I've got a bit of it down there. I've got a bit of one S scale train that's on display. I don't have any tracks for it. One, or not one O scale train, a pretty big collection of O scale trains and a couple G scales. So I've got one of every scale, but my primary collection is O scale. But yeah, the first trains I ever received, my first trains I ever received in HO scale were this Southern Railway 6130, based on the real 6130, which I don't know where it is now, but I've actually ridden 2 of these. I talk about it earlier in the stream, but I've ridden 2 of these. So, and then my other, when I got that I also got, my grandpa bought those for me. Yeah, the majority of my collection is at my grandparents' house. My grandpa also got me this model, the Siagamon Central locomotive. It's very long. This one does run. This one kind of runs. I'm not going to run it today, but this one I might run today. We'll just see what happens later in the stream. It depends on how much longer I keep this stream, but we'll see what is going on. Anyway, let me put these up. Oh, and my other steam locomotive that I have down here, it's the one I'm holding in the thumbnail. It does work. I just don't recommend it because it leaves a lot of, gaps, and like you'll get suspended track like this, and then it's more likely to derail. And let's just be real here. That's no fun. Okay, sometimes it's fun, but that's no fun. This is one of my other steam engines I got. This is a Union Pacific 040. It's very similar to this one, the 060. But this one's much nicer. It doesn't work, unfortunately, but maybe one day I'll be able to get it running. Hold on, was it properly on? No, I don't even think it's properly on the tracks. Yep, it's on the tracks. Right? Okay. Sorry, the tracks push themselves apart. That's one of the things I also don't recommend about Atlas Track. The tracks like to push themselves apart sometimes. This is why I should probably get Easy Track or something. Get something to hold it down, but I have no real plans right now to build a permanent HO layout. I've already got a permanent O-scale layout, and I barely get to play with it because it's all the way down at my grandparents' house, so. By the way, I plan to do, should I do a live stream with that one? Sorry, the knuckle couplers are acting all. Probably do this on a straight section because for some reason the cars don't want to connect right now. There we go. Now it's This is why I don't play with my HO stuff very often. Let me see if I can, let me rearrange the order of the cars. Maybe that can play a part. Oh, that's really cool. Ah. 1 minute. Keep forgetting to turn off the... Let's run them a little bit slower. And it came uncoupled. This is just going to be a nightmare all day. So this is why I don't play with these very often, because they always give me some kind of problem. Did a car just come off again? Okay, screw this. We're not using the Canadian national car anymore. This car has been causing most of the problems, I think. So we're not using this car anymore. Instead, we're going to use... one of these. We're going to use the Wabash car, because this has more weight than the N&W boxcar. These shouldn't come off as easily. Shouldn't. Keyword being shouldn't. Let's try again. Can you tell I'm irritated about this? Maybe I should just run it on its own. thing likes to just jump the tracks, doesn't it? They've never behaved this badly before either. I think it's just because I'm on camera. I think it's just because we're on camera. Ah, very nice. I don't have space for that kind of stuff. I don't have space for a full layout or anything. I don't even know if I want a full 8. Like I said, I've got to maintain an O scale layout that I'm... And maybe I would use it more if it was HO scale, but I'm going to wait till I get my own place to build an HO scale layout. I don't even know if I'm going to build an HO scale layout. I might move my... When I get my own place, I might build my own O scale layout. There we go. Let's try that now. Well, that's the end of today's stream. Hope you guys liked it. Enjoyed this video. I'm just kidding. I'm not ending the stream just yet. People in here came here to watch trains run, and by golly, I'm gonna get them working. One way or another. If my name is not Blue Smoke Productions. Because little known fact, that's my actual name. My actual name is just Blue Smoke Productions. It's not... I don't actually... Yeah, my first name is Blue, my middle name's Smoke, and my last name is Productions. So my full name is Blue Smoke Productions. People just call me Blue Productions. I'm just kidding. But I'm not going for my real name. Why don't I just run this on its own? Because, like, pulling a train is clearly too much for the models today. So, we're going to do this on just run it on its own. We're going to run the steam engine on its own. And after that, I'll probably just wrap up the stream. I'll do an O scale running live stream as soon as possible. Really? Really? It can't even run on its own? And it just came apart again. You know what? Yeah, this is... Yeah, I'm officially done here. So that is the end of today's stream. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. And until next time, this is Blue Smoke Productions saying goodbye and thank you for watching. Sorry these trains didn't perform like they're supposed to, but I'm gonna get better tracks eventually, and you're gonna see them run. You're gonna see them run much better on the upcoming season of model rail fanning. So you can look forward to those, and yeah. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time.